Okay, so it's recording now. So, Kristi, in Estonia, thanks for joining me for an energy transfer. And for anyone who's watching, she's closing her eyes just to relax because she's enjoying the energy I just gave her. So, and I'm in Australia, Keith. And so we started off a few minutes ago before the recording with Kristi. I did a little bit of assessment where I see where her emotions are, and she was about 3 or 4. And so always we describe emotions in terms of shape, color, and texture. So it was a yellow pear, 3 or 4. And so now I saw that Kristi was closing her eyes, so I thought I'd give her a bit of energy. And quite quickly, that raised her up to an 8, and it was really not very much energy. So that was a good result, but we haven't actually solved the issue. And Kristi and I have spoken at length about what we need to do today. And I think what I'll do is, Kristi, I'll just let you talk about, how you're feeling, where you've been, what you've come through, and whatever you want to express in terms of your journey. And just if you could mention your diagnosis, if you don't mind.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Keith. My name is Kristi. I am from Estonia. In Estonia at the moment. I was diagnosed bipolar first in 2009 in Estonia when I had my first manic episode. It seems to be the most extreme traumatic experience that is related to everything else. And I have been on this journey for figuring out how to heal myself, how to find alternative knowledge and more information about what influences me in these different stages of this state with this name. And I came to Keith. We have been in contact a couple of times. Since I know some about energy working, energy healers, I'm familiar with Reiki practice as well. I found this is an approach that talks to me, and I wanted to find out more. So here we are.
Very courageous to someone you don't really know on the other side of the world and just put your hope in them. So I appreciate that. And you've got my support as long as you need it. What I want to do today is take you on as I said to you earlier, is take you on a bit of a relaxation. Seems like you're almost there. Just take you right down on a relaxation, and then I'll give you a bit more energy, and then that will get you into the mindset of your mind will follow the words that I'm speaking. It'll kind of go into that world of, if I say there's like a dolphin there, then you'll actually be able to touch that dolphin, that sort of thing. So it kind of makes everything real. So, but what we'll do is, instead of playing with dolphins, we'll go and look down in your heart where all your emotions are, and we'll see what emotions you've got there, and we'll slowly go through and address, or I'll show you the emotions, and you'll take the relevant action to address those emotions. And if it takes a few sessions, that's okay. We don't rush through we don't rush through things, but you'll definitely feel better today. And then I'll evaluate you at the end with a pair, and we'll see what happens to that pair. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, cool. So first, I would like you just to feel your energy drain. So I'm bringing my hand down through, all the way through, just taking gently all the energy out of you and down to the floor. And it's just sitting on the side there on the floor. And that's all the old energy. And then what we're going to do is we're going to scan you with like a flat red laser. And this laser beam goes right across the whole house where you are. But it's not a damaging laser, it's just analyzing you. So it's generating an awareness of your body. And as it touches your hair, it's also relaxing that hair. So that hair just bends over and it analyzes the hair and it sees the hairs like this, okay, and it just records that. And then it goes down the rest of your hair and through your head and slowly down through your brain, and your brain relaxes so much that it actually starts to get soft and fall into itself, and your brain just leaks down through your neck, and the laser keeps going slowly. And as your eyes fall down back into your throat, all your organs just gently move slowly down into your chest. And that laser's already analyzed all those organs. And so the laser comes to your chest and goes down through all your organs in your chest, and they collapse quietly into each other and peacefully drain out of your body. And down the laser goes into your waist, and then through all the muscles in your legs and down through your knees, and all the muscles in your body just drop a bit, like your shoulders just drop. Everything wants to like just kind of grow. And that lays down at your knees. And the muscles are extending through your shins. They're getting very long and then falling down into a pile in your feet. And so all of that material goes down through your feet and onto the floor and disappears into the floor. So we're going to replace all of that with something really beautiful. And so I'm bringing from Australia over to Estonia the warmest Australian honey, beautiful golden pure honey. And so I'm going to gently, just the lightest touch, I'm going to take the top of your head off and pour that honey with a slow, long droop down through your head, into your neck, and right down to your feet. And it just keeps flowing thick and long droops. And it's the perfect temperature for you. So it's just warming you up to that temperature that's just right for you. And so it goes down, fills your feet up through your legs. And because it's so sort of dense and like comforting, it expands your legs out just that little bit to give you that strength. And it comes up through your knees to your waist. And as it comes up, you see this very thin black line on the top of the honey. And that black line is the last of those uncomfortable feelings that are left behind in your body. So this honey is purifying how you feel. And it's going up and up. And it gets to your neck. And you just close your mouth, and then you close your eyes, and it goes up, and it gets to the top. And that black line just discharges on the floor with a bit of honey just to be safe. I'm going to put your top of your head back on gently and seal it up so that nothing comes out. And so now you are completely vacuum packed, full of thick, golden, warm, beautiful honey. And I want you to just try and absorb the essence, the deepest, deepest feeling in that honey. There's a history in that honey. That honey's been in a flower. Maybe you can see that flower. It was on a bee and it went into a hive. It's had a life. But what's happened is that bee has an energy in his wings, beating wings, the natural process of thousands and millions of bees producing this honey leaves a signature of energy on that honey. And you can draw that energy into yourself and create a ball of light and form a powerful internal strength for yourself. And that radiates out, right out. Now, just to give you a bit more of a energy boost, I want you to take your awareness down into that light through your neck. And where the center of that light is, put your awareness and just feel it blasting out. And you just completely get that feeling straight into you, your heart and mind together. But it's natural energy is not an intense energy. It's incredibly pleasurable, but it's not overwhelming. It's never overwhelming. So you can experience it for as long as you want and just be great. You just feel fantastic. You just have this mixture of experiences happening, natural experiences with your own self. So I'm going to give you just a few seconds, maybe a minute, as long as you want, just to draw that essence of that light, the honey light, into your awareness. Okay, so that essence that you've got, I want you to take the stamp out of the air and dip that stamp into the essence and stamp it on your head, on your brain, on your mind actually. Stamp it on your mind in as many places as you can get to. Okay, and when you're done with that, dip the stamp again into that white light essence and stamp it all over your heart and make a permanent imprint. Okay, you can let the stamp go. Now, what happens with this is these stamps are for you when you're having a tough day. You can reach up and touch that stamp and bring yourself back to that light and take your awareness down again and recall this moment and bring the bees back into your awareness and just be in that place where you've had this fantastic experience with light energy. Or you can press your heart, either one, whichever one's more effective. It's just your fallback to have a safety net, okay, if you ever need it.
I have this alarm beeping again. Can you give me 10 seconds?
Okay. How do you feel? Relaxed?
Yeah. Good.
Okay. Good. All right.
It's the carbon monoxide detector.
I thought it was that.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. Okay. So just relax again. Just go back down. Just go back down to that relaxing feeling again. Maybe if you want to turn your head and your feet upside down and swim down to the bottom of the swimming pool. Okay. Now I want you to search yourself for an animal, a spirit animal that represents you. It will be something that has the same, and it'll probably come straight to you. I think it has. Have you got it?
What do you think of a squirrel?
Okay. Okay, what does it look like?
Like funny, joyful,
what color?
smart.
Sorry? Right,
like
okay.
bronze brown.
Okay. So it's got little hands like this, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Small hands. And like a big tail. Has it got a big tail?
Yeah, super fluffy.
Okay. And what do its eyes look like?
Smart, alert.
Okay. 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 Now what we're going to do is we're going to take that. We're going to swim down again. Okay. Swim down again. Swim down. Go down. Go deeper this time. This time you're scuba diving and you're following a rope and you pull that thick rope and it's like an anchor. And you go down to the bottom and it's dark, 40 meters deep. Okay, now the squirrel's with you, right? Okay. And I want you to direct your squirrel to come round to the side of you. And he's going to look inside or just look at where your heart is. Okay, there might be some kind of clothing in the way. You can go through that because he's a spirit. And then it goes in, and there's something that's at the front of the heart. Is it like an entrance or something like that? A gate or a door? Whatever it is, he's going to reach out and open that gently, both sides. And then if he's not comfortable, he's going to tell you, then we just stop, okay? Okay, so he's going in slowly and he's looking around, he's checking out what's going on. So you can now see through his eyes. So you can use his spirit body and his abilities, that you can see what he's doing. This is your spirit. So is that a room, or what kind of structure, or like is it a real heart, your heart, or when the squirrel sees your heart inside, what does he see? Could be
It's more of a crystal cave or a grok.
Okay.
Water. It's sparkling,
Okay.
it's shiny, it's very
Nice.
clear in colors.
What colors?
Emerald,
Beautiful.
lazurite,
Okay.
aquamarine, like between these greens and blues.
And is the air clear? Like, is it breathable? Can you go in there? Is it safe?
It's breathable. It's a bit crispy or cool, refreshing, but not damp or hot.
Okay, great. So let's go
It's
in a little bit
breezy.
more. Yeah, sounds fresh. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fresh.
Okay, so he can proceed. He's okay to proceed. And then somewhere around the heart, you're going to get all the feelings sitting there, or hanging in the air, or swimming in a pool, or they're going to be doing something. They're going to be, like all together or spread out. Or can he get an image of that?
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It looks like a backyard of a bar or a nightclub, as we used to have before the COVID outburst.
Okay.
Just outside, people sitting, having cigarettes, just.
So your feelings are all people, and they like just having a good time, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, good. How many feelings are there?
Well, who knows if they're having a good time? People don't share much. They just smoke and look like they are very chilled. But who knows?
How many feelings have you got there? Like, is there 1,000 or is there like 2?
No, it's just around 10, 8 up to 12, 13.
Okay. And are there some of those feelings are like the feelings that make you feel good or comfortable? And then are there some other feelings that don't make you feel comfortable?
Yeah, there is some familiarities. They are like comfortable. The things I've been around before feel okay to me. Be at.
So we're gonna just watch them. We're not gonna go into them and like get too close to them, but we do need to separate the comfortable ones from the uncomfortable ones. So can the squirrel do that?
Oh yeah. That's smart. Clever.
Yeah. So just be gentle with the comfortable ones. They've been good to you. Be a bit more rough with these uncomfortable ones. And push them off their chairs. So if you stand back and look at the uncomfortable ones, then how many of those have you got?
4 or 5.
4 or 5. Okay. Look a little bit closer and look at each one and see if you can sort of get an idea of which ones are the sort of less troublesome, uncomfortable feelings. So out of the 5, if you've got 1 or 2 that are like not too uncomfortable or maybe less than the other ones, we can pick the one that is the easiest,
Okay. I think I found it. Yeah.
Okay. So
spell it out is necessary.
Just describe it on the outside, what it looks like.
It's like God, I don't know what's the word in English. It's given up.
Take your time. Take your time.
Given up. I have given up this kind of resentment or hopelessness.
So that person on this stool is saying hopelessness. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's really good. So now we know why that feeling is giving you a difficult time. Because uncomfortable feelings are put there like a postman or like a fire alarm. They're delivering a message. So these 5 are telling you what you are doing or what is happening or what's causing them to be there. Whatever it is, they can tell you. They're the only ones that can tell you. So it's important that we do not go in and like get inside them, but it's that we like just talk to them and say, what would you like to hear me say? Or what would you like to see me do? Or what should I change in my life? Or, whatever it is. And then we learn that lesson. And then that feeling, if we've learned the right lesson, that feeling will go. But sometimes it takes a few sort of practice runs. So for like, I'll show you how it works with this first one. Okay. But you'll have to say the words. So if you picture that feeling and you say, okay, hopelessness. So I don't feel hopeless anymore. I feel really excited about the future. Try saying that to that feeling. You'll need to actually verbalize it.
Dear hopelessness, I'm not feeling you anymore as much as before. I have found that I am more connected to my life and my choices and creation. So I don't need you anymore to be remembering me.
And those are your feelings. So those feelings will take your instruction, How does that feeling look now?
It's actually floating. It's a bit plastic or fluid.
It's kind of getting wobbly.
Wobbly, yeah, that's the word.
So really, it's halfway there.
Mm.
So for that feeling, you also said resentment.
Yeah.
So what's the opposite of resentment? Acceptance or forgiveness. Yeah. So
both.
Normally for forgiveness, it's quite easy. You just say, I'm going to let it go. Or with acceptance, you'll just say, I accept whatever it was. I accept that I'm moving forward in my life. I accept that I've had a tough time and I'm moving forward. I accept that I've had these years of suffering and difficulty, and I'm not going to continue with that. I'm going to forgive it and let it go and move on. Something like that. You might need to change your words if it's not applicable. I'm just guessing.
Okay. I appreciate you. Resentment.
Yes. Well done.
I appreciate you because I have found the way to understand your need, your necessity, your value in life. I understand your wisdom. I have learned. I have taken action. I don't need you anymore. Be gone.
Whew. Did you feel that energy?
Oh yeah, pretty much.
Do you feel some energy go through you? I felt it. I felt a lot. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. I mean, it sounds funny, but it was like huge.
I'm sure he must be gone. He must have gone in a pop. Did he go? Is he still there or did he go?
Far away. He got the message.
He got the message. Okay, that's great. I mean, some people take 5 shots at it, and you got it in like 1, 2 bang, you know, and you know, well done for saying appreciation, because people who can say appreciation to pain, that takes another level, you know. Very few people say, I appreciate all the pain you've given me. That's a big step. Yeah, well done. And that's, I think, where all that energy came from. Yeah, that's really amazing. Normally, you're the first person that said that. I didn't actually explain it to. Yeah, very good. Very well done. Okay, so how many got left? Is it?
I think it's 3. We have
3?
done 2,
okay.
but let's go with 5.
Do you want to
Or
move
4.
on to the next sort of least uncomfortable one?
I think they are all on the same plate, actually. I'm not doing any measurements or.
They all sort of level. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just sort of pick one. And then if you lean in and listen to that one, it will tell you what's bothering it. It will tell you why it's uncomfortable.
It's time to speak with loneliness.
Okay. What's the cure of loneliness?
Thanks to the times that I found myself lonely, I am able to find love for myself.
Okay, but there is another thing that actually solves loneliness, right? And that is, according to the Dalai Lama, is compassion. So when you go out and, like what I'm doing now, taking all your bipolar away from you, like I've done this 3 times this week, but you can imagine how I feel. I feel fantastic, right? That's compassion, right? So compassion is empathy. Everyone talks about empathy, but no one talks about actually doing something about it. So if somebody's broken his leg, you actually go fix the leg, you know? So that's compassion is the 2. You've got to do the action as well, because that's when you really get the juices back from, you know, from making that person's life, you know, enriched and changed in a better way. So if maybe it's something that you go away from today and look at and try and write down, and then you and I talk again and write some ideas like, what can I do? And list every person in your life, or as many as you want. You know, start small and just say, I can do that for that person. And what it does is it's like positivity and negativity. To go from being negative to positive, you've got to practice. To go from not being compassionate to being compassionate, you have to open your awareness to it. You have to become aware. Like I'm not sure where your compassion is, but if you're not looking for it, then you need to open that window and start seeing it in everyone, and then deciding which ones you're going to act on. Yeah.
I think there are 2 ways of compassion. One is on the dark side. It's the need to help, provide help, but not really understanding or taking the time to see what's the best way or what a person needs.
Yeah.
And the other one is this compassionate, that is truly
relieving someone's discomfort or pain. Yeah. I see it as relieving someone's discomfort or pain. Yeah.
Because our understanding of someone other's needs can be totally different, and we need to.
Yeah. It takes some work, actually. You got to find
Yeah,
out.
it takes
don't
yeah.
you? Yeah. So it is a way of life. And I've been running this big project, and so few people even have that quality. It was quite surprising, really. So yeah, I think that's. So I mean, coming back to that feeling, what do you think? What words, based on that discussion, would that feeling need to hear?
Loneliness.
Yeah. Would it want to hear about I'm going to be compassionate, or would it want to hear about I'm not going to feel bad, when I'm lonely, or I'm not going to be lonely, or there's quite a few options. What would
Yeah.
solve your loneliness?
For me, loneliness grew
Because
because
I think what's happening here, Kristi, is you're feeling lonely at times, but you're feeling very lonely, and then this emotion gets generated, and your body doesn't like it, so it screams back at you. So it's a case of you're creating something that's not gentle to yourself.
Okay, I think for me, loneliness has showed the way how to accept myself. It developed in an environment where I was not accepted. Throughout the time, I have learned how to do this myself. And if I don't keep that in mind, I might fall from my road and start looking for it from outside, but that's not the way to go for me. That doesn't give me inner balance. That brings more wins and catastrophes, and in my life. So my loneliness was connected to that, because I had plenty of people. I was super social and joyful and entertaining.
But you still feel lonely.
I did, yeah.
Okay. So loneliness is a perception. It's not reality. Is that what you're saying?
It's a feeling inside. It's not the situation outside.
But you're generating those feelings based on what you are perceiving. You are saying to yourself, I'm lonely. But meanwhile, you got all these people, So
it's not
a perception.
Okay, it's not so active these days.
Sorry?
It's not so active these days, but it was still here.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, this is not really about what am I going to do about my life. It's more about how am I going to feel about situations in my life. What feelings am I going to generate going forward? When I'm in that situation again, am I going to generate the same feeling and then get, all this pain again? And I mean, the answer is no. But what's the lesson? What do we do going forward? What do you replace that with, or how do you see that differently?
I just see that I'm the one. I'm one with all her. It doesn't matter anymore. It's not divided. Yeah. It's not the divided. We don't live in a divided world, actually. So
it's acceptance.
It is acceptance, as I was saying earlier, but it's wider than accepting myself. It's just accepting.
Yeah. Hey, creation. You should do some of the Headspace meditations. They've got an acceptance one. It's really good. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for the recommendation.
I recommend that. I was doing it yesterday. Yeah. I fell asleep. So we need to talk to the feeling and sort of bring all that we've discussed here into a big ball and throw that ball at that feeling with some words.
Okay. Dear loneliness, you have no idea what you have created in my life. Thanks to you, now everything is in color, in bloom, and there's no end for love and happiness to all humankind, to me and the rest. Great job.
I like it. Beautiful. And you know what you said, blue? Blue is a mindful.
No, I said bloom.
Bloom. Oh, sorry. Okay. Blue is a mindfulness technique. Blue, seeing the color blue everywhere.
Really?
Is a mindful. Yeah, it's a technique where you look for blue. Yeah.
What does it improve or support?
I think it just brings a certain. They didn't actually say that, but they just said if you do that, it improves how you feel. You know, I think it just lifts your mood because it's a color that is quite positive to everyone. You know, but anyway, sorry, I got the. So is that guy still? Yeah, exactly. It's everywhere around us, and we don't look at it. Is our friend loneliness still there?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
He's gone up in a cloud of smoke. How many you got left? 1, 2?
1, definitely.
Okay.
I got envy.
Didn't hear that. Sorry.
Envy.
Sorry, you're gonna have to say it again.
Envy. Like when
envy. You're getting good at this, huh? Yeah.
It's surprising in a way, but okay, let's go with this.
Yeah. If you sort of think back in your life, sort of, can you pick a few moments that are sort of fairly smallish, that aren't too embarrassing? I guess you got a few. Do you want to just have a go at that feeling without sort of divulging all your personal information?
You're gonna have a blast.
Yeah. But, it's up to you.
Hey, ladies, girls and moms and women and girls and chicks and chicas. Thank you so much for showing me the face of envy and traitor moves. Now I understand womanhood and where I come from a lot more. Deep respect. Carry on. Thank you.
I can feel that. I would like to ask more detail, but I can see that you understand it right deep down. So, yeah.
It never was a thing for me. I was envied, so I collected their way of life and emotion.
But also, this is interesting because you didn't know about this one, did you?
I didn't think that I keep this because in my actions, and it doesn't show, but I guess I had a strong approach towards them who are, and that means I still have a relationship with that and I keep onto it, which is not the way as things in neutral base should be. I had like this, I had an opinion, strong opinion.
Mm. So what opinion are you going to have going forward now in the future? What opinion are you going to replace that with? What are you going to choose to be that you haven't been? Life is a choice. Sickness is a choice. Health is a choice. You get a choice.
I will go with empathy instead of envy.
Okay, so how are you going to check up on yourself that you do that? Because a lot of these sorts of things are about, Tony Robbins talks a lot about rituals, right? So rituals are the things you do first thing in the morning and the last thing at night. Like first thing in the morning, you might do some stretches or some meditation.
Yeah.
And in the evening, you do some gratitude or like, so I'm sort of suggesting that these 4 things that you've come up with, loneliness and that, is you brainstorm how to put something in place to deal with these. And I think gratitude is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
And meditation, probably.
Yeah, I do it daily.
We'll sort out the acceptance. Yeah. But get an acceptance meditation, like a guided one.
Mm-hmm.
So what you just need to do is these habits that have developed, to prevent them from continuing in the future, and then you end up in the same situation, is change your life. Not massively, just enough to prevent those things happening, to keep you happy. You know, you don't want to make these things onerous and difficult, and you just need to change that habit, and that habit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So have a think about it. I'm not going to like go through it in depth with you now, but have a think about it. And this is basically, you know, illness prevention. So if you come up with something and you want to like do another video, then or another have another session, it'll only take us half an hour, and we'll just talk about, yeah, that sounds good, that one, blah blah blah, whatever, and then and then you carry on. Yeah. Okay, smiling.
Yeah. Thank you so much. It's been really
so I can see
invigorating. You can see me
I can
all.
see you're awake and you're out, right? Okay, so I'm not going to pull you out, and I'm going to pick up this pair. So this pair here was your entire emotion of your being, and it is a yellow pair, like smoothish. And if you look at this pair now, what is this shape now? What this complete emotion of yourself?
It's a sun, shining sun. It's burning your hand. Sorry.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe you don't feel it. Maybe you don't get
No. So what is it? A sun?
It's a sun.
What, like the sun in the sky?
Yes.
Yeah. My whole body's pure energy. I don't feel suns. No, I'm just kidding. And so what sort of, so it's a sun, and then what sort of texture is it?
Are you familiar with the term Indian summer?
Okay, yeah.
It's not so bright or hot, burning, but it's super warm, ripe.
It's like
still golden. It has more color.
Even color, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a nice feeling. Do you think that's kind of a honey kind of feeling there? But a bright, it's kind of like mixed in there somewhere.
Yeah, they relate.
So if I put that Indian summer sun on the scale from 0 to 10, whereabouts are you?
It's a 9 and more.
A 9?
Yeah.
Okay. But I'll tell you what happens is, okay, here's your feeling. Take it back. I don't need it anymore. You got to take it. Don't damage
Yeah.
it. You got to take it.
I am. Look.
Okay. Okay, cool. So now that, and then you got to put it in your heart.
I did.
Okay, good. No, I don't want to do it the wrong way, you know. So with a 9 or even with a 10, if you felt you're a 10 now, I will definitely tell you you will go higher in the next hour or two. Everyone does. Okay. I phoned people a few hours later for quite a while. They all went up. So what's going to happen is you're going to go to a 10 and then you're going to go to 11, but it's going to be 10, and then everything else shifts down one, because 10 is always higher than you think. Because no one, or not no one, but very few people feel perfect emotion. Very few, you know, but only when I'm sort of extracting your emotions and giving you energy, and you're getting so much energy, you go right up. So what you'll find is for 2 days now, you'll be riding on my energy, and it will sit with you, and then it will start to just ease off a bit, and then your own normal energy will come back. And then, so just expect that, and then just go with it. But also you might feel some differences because these emotions have been shifted around in you. Like later on, you might go, oh, my heart's empty or something. Just be gentle with yourself, okay? Just go easy. This is a big step you've taken. Yeah. If you feel anything like that, just contact me if you want some more energy or if you want to talk or whatever it is. But so yeah, I'm here anytime. And then but if you don't experience sort of a gap or like any sort of discomfort, then just enjoy it, you know, have fun, use that energy, you know, like go running or whatever you want, you know, like go enjoy your health. Yeah. So some people have a big difference afterwards, and some people just don't feel anything and they just love it, you know. But I will phone you in a day or two, or just text you in the next few days and just ask you for a score. And if your score's high, then that's it. That's it. Job done.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I can feel all your energy here now.
Much?
Yeah, it's a bit heavy, but it's okay. That's good. So how was it? Was it good?
It was even entertaining.
Yeah.
Way of healing, good discussion, very insightful. Great social hours even.
Okay, now big question. Is your bipolar gone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll ask you that question in a few days' time as well. Okay, but I would just consider how you speak to doctors about that, because they might not agree with that. And that's fine, you know. You might need to kind of consider how you explain that, because energy healers and doctors aren't quite on the level yet. But definitely any medication you're on, don't come off that. Like, I'm not a doctor, so I can't advise you on that. So speak to your doctor about medication. But if it depends on your doctor, if he understands how this experience has happened, and you're saying good signs and everything, then you know, there's no reason why he couldn't make a decision on that helps you. But yeah, but if you need anything, just don't hesitate to come back to me. Very few people come back. Like I think I've only had one person ever out of 500 that's come back to me. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. All right. I'll switch your video off now.
This alarm again.